Hey guys, it's me Clinton from the First Pixel and welcome back to another pixel art tutorial. So we are continuing on with our pixel art Pokedex with number 3, Venusaur. So last time we did Ivysaur and the time before we did Bulbasaur, so we are now up to our final evolution of the first ever starter. Alright, so let's get this thing started. What you want for this build today is some black wool, some grey wool, some clay, block of quartz, light blue wool, cyan wool, lime wool, green wool, and yellow wool, as well as brown wool. And then we want pink concrete powder, pink concrete, and red concrete. So if you are building this randomly, you can pretty much just place it anywhere, but if you, like me, are placing it next to Ivysaur from last time, I'm going to have a 3-block space in between Ivysaur and Venusaur. So what you can do, as you can see over there, is to get this nice 3-block space, you want to go across 20 blocks before you put the build down, which will be a block of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, line up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, it should be 20 in between. And so on 21 is where you place the block. Which seems really far away, but by the time we build this thing, you'll notice that it should be just in the right spot. So, from this point here, which is our starting point, you want to go 2 diagonals to the left, like so, 1 up and 1 across, followed by a diagonal down. Then you want to do 2 blocks for now. Now from this point here, we want to go 3 across, diagonal up, 1 up, diagonal up, 1 up and 1 across, followed by 2 across, diagonal up, another diagonal up, 2 up, and 1 across. Like so. Next up, you want to, once again from this point here, do 2 diagonals up, 1 up, followed by 2 diagonals in, like so. Then, from this point here, we want to do 3 blocks in, we want to do diagonal and diagonal, like so. This block here, and then those 3 there. Okay, so now what you want to do is, from this point here, we're going to do 2 more diagonals, like so, followed by 1 up, diagonal, and 1 up, diagonal, 1 across, diagonal, 3 across, diagonal down, diagonal back up, then you want to go 2 across, diagonal down, 1 across, diagonal down, 1 down, diagonal down, diagonal down out, and 1 across, diagonal up, 2 across, diagonal down, 1 across, diagonal down and across, followed by 2 diagonals in, then 2 down, then 3 diagonals down, like so, Then you want to go one down, diagonal across, and two down. One across, diagonal down, then you want to do 3 followed by a diagonal down, and this should connect up with our line earlier. So that's the whole outer shell, guys. I did make a mistake. We should have started on 20 rather than 21 to have that nice 3 block gap, but so there's now a 4 block gap. Okay, so now we're going to fill this thing in. First of all, we want to switch out and get our block of quartz, and we want to do these 2 blocks here. Now we want to switch out to our clay, do this block here as well as these 2 blocks here, and this block here. Now that's all the clay in this build, so if you want to, you can get rid of that block just to free up some inventory space and get out our block of quartz again. But first we want to use our grey wool, and we want to do this block here, these 2 here, and these 2 here, then this block here, these 2 here, and these 2 here, as well as this block here and that block there. And in this corner here we want to do this block here, these 2, and this block here for now. Now with your cyan wool we want to fill in just this whole section here and finish that off. So you can go up until you can fill in this whole section here, and this block here, like so. We can now move on and fill in this section here, also all with cyan wool. Like so. We now want to move into this section here, and we want these 2 blocks here, this block here, this block here, and the diagonal of these 2 here, as well as these 2 here and this whole row here. Then we want to do these 5 here, followed by these 3 here, this row here, then with our grey wool once again, these 2 here, these 2 here, and these 2 here. Now continuing on, we want to get out our cyan wool again, fill in this section here. With our red concrete we want to do these 4 here. Now with our cyan wool again we want to do this block here, these 2 here, these 3 here, and that is all for now. Okay, so now we want to pull out our light blue wool, and what we want to do is this section here, these 3 here, as well as these 2 here. And now with our cyan wool we can do this block here, these 3 here, the diagonal down, and 1 down. like so. Okay, so we want to quickly pull out our black wool again for the last time in this build, and do these two here, this block here, and this block here. And now, if you want to clear inventory space, you can get rid of your black wool, shift your grey wool down, and with your grey wool, we want to do these three here, these two here, these two here, these three here, followed by these three here, these two here, the diagonal, one up, diagonal, one up, one across, diagonal, one across, and then from this point here, we're going to go across one, diagonal up, one across, two across, diagonal down, one across, diagonal up and diagonal down, two across, one across, diagonal up, one across, and down. And then we want to do this block here as well, like so. Next up, we want to do this block here, this block here, then these four here. Next up, going up to all the way at the top, you want to do this block here, one either side, two diagonals, two across, and that. We are now done with our grey wool. You can get rid of that or push it to the side and rearrange your inventory. Get out your block of quartz, and you want to do this block here and these two here. You are now done with your quartz, so you can also put that to the side. You can now rearrange your bar and get out your brown and yellow wools, so we've got all the colours now. And using our light blue wool, we want to fill in this block here and this block here, as well as this whole section here, excluding this block here. And with that done, you are now officially done with both your light blue wool and your cyan wool. Now you want to get out your red concrete, fill in this block here for the eye, and going up to this section here, you want to fill in this block here, these two here, diagonal up, one across, and two across, as well as these two here. And from this side, you want this block here, and these two here. And with that, you can now get rid of your red concrete. We now want to use our yellow wool, fill in these three here. You're now done with your yellow wool as well. With your brown wool, you want to fill in these two here and this block here, and you're done with your brown wool. And now we're going to do the leaves with the greens, and then the flower with our pinks. So with your nice green wool, the darker of the two, you want to do these 4 here, these 4 here, followed by this section here, and this section here, and then in this section here, you want to do these 3, diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. You want to do this block here, these 3 here, diagonal. Now moving back into this section here, you want this block here, diagonal, these 2 here, and the diagonal to meet up with this section here. And with that, sorry guys, I noticed this block here shouldn't be here. You want these 3 here and the diagonal, and then we have one more look and we are done with our green wool. With our lime, we want to fill in these 2 sections here, like so. You are now done with your lime wool, and you now just want to pull out your pink concrete. I'd say pull out your pink concrete powder, but this is more of a sandy sort of material which will fall, so we need to give the spaces for it first. So you want to do these 4 here, or 5, sorry, these 5 here, these 2 here, and this block here, as I just have done. This block here, this block here, these 4 here, this block here, these 3 here, these 4 here. I'm going to do the plus here, these 3 here, this block here, as well as these 3 here, these 2 here, and this block here, and this block here. Like so. You're now done with that. Toss it aside. Get out our last block, which is our pink concrete powder, and fill in all the gaps. So these 3 here, these 3 here, this block here, these 2 here, going up to the top, these 2 here, these 2 here, these 2 here, these 2 here, this block here, these 3 here, this block here, and this block here. And with our pink concrete, the one block I seem to miss, this block here, we can now take a step back, clear our inventory if we want, and look at the 2 next to each other. So that is the entire build for Venusaur. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do create this in Minecraft, head on over, get yourself in front of it, get in front of it, take a screenshot with your F2 or whatever your screenshot key is, send it to me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram with the hashtag T1PPixelArt, or you can email it to me with the YouTube email that is in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions about recoloring or anything that you thought should be changed, please do tell me. Okay guys, as always, if you like this video, press like, leave a comment on something you liked about the video, a suggestion for a future video, or if you want me to skip ahead in our pixel art Pokedex to another number. And subscribe for more content like this. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you Saturday.